Hello. I know it's been a while since we've done any kind of video whatsoever. Honestly, that's partly my fault because I just haven't felt like doing it, and I've been really busy this summer. And we have a big surprise. By the time this video comes out, Babes will already be here. But we are expecting a little one in just a matter of weeks. And I thought I would show you what a mom of many. I don't really consider myself a minimalist at all, but I've just done it so many times I just don't need all the things. But I wanted to show you what we're packing for baby. This will be a hospital delivery. It'll actually be a C-section. It's not my preference, but that's just where we are in life. My last 3 have been C-sections as well, despite efforts to go natural. My first 3 were hospital deliveries, but they were natural, no epidural or nothing like that. And I was quite disappointed when I had to have my first C-section and epidural and all that stuff. However, let's get into it. I was gifted this really awesome, huge backpack diaper bag, and I'm thrilled about that. Changing pad to match, so that we'll go with. As far as what we'll be using for Babes in the hospital, I mean, they provide most things, and why they may not be my preference, since I'm more on the crunchy natural side. It's only a couple days, and I delay baths and whatnot, stuff like that. So I don't really take a whole lot. I don't use a whole lot at home either, as far as the fluffy lotions and washes and all the things we don't. I breastfeed, so I don't usually need bottles or any of those things either. So, what I am packing, and just so you know, I'm not announcing gender or names or anything like that on this video. We are sticking to neutral colors. I like to stick with zippers because zippers are so much easier to operate. So I prefer zippers. This zips from the bottom and has the snap here. I also look for the little mitts on the sleeves for newborn and 0 to 3. At least for the first 3 to 6 months, I try to find the little mitts. So we have a little sleeper. We have 2 pair of socks. This is one of my must-haves for babies. Just a little onesie with the mitts. It is my absolute go-to for new babies. I have 2 of those I'm taking with, and of course they provide similar ones in the hospital for you to use. And why not? It saves me laundry. I have this little gown that ties at the bottom and also has the gloves on the hands. Got the little mitts, and it comes with a little hat that ties, one of the little hats, which I just think is adorable. I look for all cotton. I don't necessarily have to have organic, but that's a plus. And this one here is bamboo, and I believe it is organic. No, it is not, but it's bamboo. So I did get that in bamboo, and then I have the linen blanket, which I like these. They're much larger. I hate receiving blankets, the flannel receiving blankets. They're small. They do nothing, and I just think it's a waste. They're good for burp cloths or even cloth diaper liners, but as far as using them to wrap babies, they're kind of a pain. And then I have this little minky blanket thing that I got that I think is just adorable, and it goes with our natural theme, nature, and neutral colors. This is a winter baby, so we are taking a couple heavier blankets. And then I have a cable knit blanket here that I was gifted as well, and a little beanie, and then a little plate for name and weight and all of those things. As far as baby, that is really all I'm taking because we will use what they provide. I don't really use diaper rash cream or anything like that. I make my own on a lot of those things. When we come home, I have a few things that I will show you quickly because that's not really what this video is, but I will go over them real quickly. I did get some of these organic diapers, organic cotton. I ordered them online. I mean, just look how tiny this is. My gosh. I always forget how tiny they are. They're so little. So I will be using those. And then I was gifted some diapers as well for the baby shower, which was really fun. But then I have some wipes here. I like this brand. I get it at Costco. It doesn't have a lot of extra fragrance and stuff, and it has calendula, aloe, tea tree, chamomile, lavender, so it's kind of a more natural wipe. I also do cloth diapers. I mean, gosh, for the last, well, almost 7-8 years, we've had kids in diapers, multiple kids in diapers. It's not uncommon for me to have 2 children in diapers at the same time. So I do have some cloth diapers, and honestly, my favorite time to do the cloth diapers is once you get past that newborn poo, between there and when they start solid foods, because it just cleans up so much easier. And now they have these really cool little, it's almost like a tissue. It's a bamboo, and it is flushable, disposable. You line that in their cloth diapers, and it pulls the solids out. So that's really handy. I have some of those for the cloth diapers. I was actually gifted these really cool, I'm just going to show you, hybrid diaper things. They're like a cloth diaper. It's a plastic liner, pulled whatever that waterproof liner is. The outside is cloth. This is an Honest brand. And then you put these reusable inserts, and then it has these disposable inserts as well that you put in it. And it's, I don't know, it's really neat. I'm excited to try those. Those were a gift at the baby shower. And then I do like the covers. I have a couple newborn covers here. And again, they're just so tiny. They're just so tiny. But for the newborn covers, you use, and these are organic cotton. But you use whatever liners you want. I have these pre-fold organic cottons that I use in there. So you put that in there, and then you can put your bamboo liner in there for solids, which, if you know much about breastfeeding, you know there's not a whole lot of solids with breastfeeding for a while anyway. It's not uncommon. I do have some other newborn liners here, or the covers here. And then I actually have a newborn actual pocket diaper, which you stuff your, for those of you who don't know, you put your absorbent pads down inside with the pockets, and with the covers, your absorbent pads just lay in here. And if they're not really soiled and dirty, you can reuse these and don't have to wash them every time, which is nice. And then I have several different types and styles. Most of these are cotton or hemp liners. So I do have that. And like I said, we've had multiple children in diapers for years, over the years now. And sometimes I've had 3 children in diapers at once for a short period of time. It gets crazy. But for bath time, I just have this, which is really great. I bath my littles in the tub, or not in the tub, in the sink, because ain't nobody got time for that. So I just bathe them in the sink. This is better than a washcloth or a towel because you really don't have to wash it every time, but you can if you want. It's got the rubber grips on the back here to keep it from sliding. So you just set that down in there. It's padded, hangs to dry. It is amazing. It's super easy to use. Love it. So I don't overcomplicate things. There's no reason to overcomplicate things. There's no reason. Don't do it. So, also for the hospital, I will be taking some oils for myself and Babes. Like I said, it is a C-section, and C-sections are rough. If you've ever experienced birth, you've probably experienced the shakes. And with a C-section, that is 10 times more intense than delivery, or at least it was my experience. It was horrific. And one thing I have found that truly did help with that instantly is lavender oil. But I will immediately have my husband hand the lavender oil, and I will put some on myself, on my neck, on my pulse points, down my neck, so that Babes can also smell it, but not get it on them so much, because they are newborn and delicate skin. But it instantly stops those shakes. It's intense. Another favorite that I like to have in the hospital is frankincense. It's hard to see, but those are my 2 favorites. And then I am also taking frankincense. Again, is just calming. It's an earthy scent, where lavender's more floral. I'm also taking, if I say this right, I'll probably butcher it, copropia. It's another earthy neutral, and it is very potent. Helichrysum helps with bruising. I know this is just not focusing well, but it helps with bruising and wounds. On Guard sanitizing spray, like a hand sanitizer. Digestion, because C-section, gas bubbles, tummy upset, digestion is a must. A roller ball of the helichrysum for bruising. Magnolia, that is for mom. That is for stress. Melissa. I have chamomile in here too. This Melissa, lemon balm, stress, relaxing. And then I also have, I thought I had chamomile in here. I'll probably get it Breathe, because that just helps open you up and also helps calm and relax. And I have asthma, so sometimes I just need a little extra help opening things up. I have allergies, asthma, all that stuff. And of course, Deep Blue, which I have in a roller ball, and I will probably find my roller ball and take it instead. But this stuff is amazing. I will also be making my own rub oil, healing oil for my incision, to rub around my incision and on my stomach to help with muscle pain. I've been infusing oils for that. I will be making homemade lotion balm for the Babes and myself. I again have oils that I've been infusing with lavender and chamomile and calendula. And then I will be using the infused oils and some shea butter to make the moisturizer and balms. I won't be buying any of those things this time. I do not use diaper rash cream. As I said, I intend to order some zinc and make my own, but I usually use my healing herbal balm when I go. So that is, I use that for everything. A couple of other things I will put in the diaper bag for myself is coconut water. I like Kirkland. It's one of the cheapest I can find. It's like 11 something for 12 of these little cartons. So I will have those on hand because hydration is important, especially for breastfeeding moms. And then I will be taking these because these are just a nice sweet. And I mean, I just had a baby. It's okay to have a sweet treat. But these are really good. They're organic. They have oatmeal. They have some grains in them. They are gluten-free. They have coconut oil, brown sugar. They have chocolate, which I mean, who doesn't like chocolate? But those I'll be taking with to the hospital and probably keep in the bag a couple of those. And then the only other thing maybe is I really like these. I haven't even opened this because we haven't been close enough to really want to open it, but it is, I don't think I'm going to open it either. I'm going to just show you the pictures. It's a little nest sleeping thing, and I got neutral colors again. It's like a taupe brown color. I've got to get it out and get it washed, but I still have a couple weeks, and I don't want it out lying around getting dirty when it doesn't need to be. But I really like these. They're nice, the little ones to sleep in. And I think that's it. And like I said, I'm not going to announce gender or anything in this video. I keep things pretty minimal as far as everyday stuff too. We do have a car seat, obviously, and then we have one of those little, like the Mamaroo swings or whatever. It's kind of like a seat swing type thing that rocks them. I do have a stroller because once the weather warms up, with this being a winter baby, we won't really use the stroller much now, but we do a lot of walking and stuff in the summertime. Nicer weather, we go out a lot. And I also have several carriers and wraps. But as far as clothes, I keep it basic. I just do a lot of little sleepers and onesies and socks and hats and mitts, basically. And with being a winter baby, I have several blankets this time, some of all sizes, the thinner ones, the thicker ones. But I just don't go all out and get crazy. I did with the first one. We had the matching swing, the high chairs, the car seats, everything was matching and everything was all, you live and learn. You don't need all those things. In fact, I haven't even had a swing for my last, I borrowed a swing, I think, for my last one from a sibling. I don't think I haven't even had a swing from my last 2 or 3. They don't really use them. And I do more of the baby wear, baby wrap, carrying, nursing. I mean, where I am, they are. It's just the way it is. So I don't need all those things. But anyway, I will hopefully catch you on the next video when I pack my stuff. We'll see. Hopefully that's coming up. And maybe I'll get a video on making the oils and the lotions for babes and myself. But that's not a promise, so it is what it is. Have a great day.